Hello and welcome to the Amy
And Kyle.
Adventures podcast, also known as the AKA podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about all things marriage, mental health, and the main event, cycling.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get on to cycling, I just need to talk about what's just happened. So I was happily making my lunch. Kyle normally gets home from work about 5 p.m. Chester starts barking, so I think, oh, someone's at the door. Kyle's back, because the weather's bad, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's been horrible today.
So too bad to build. But that wasn't the only shock. The biggest shock was that you walked in with a buzz cut without any warning.
I did it on purpose and just walked in and went, hi.
Your beard's longer than your hair.
It is.
And you've not even really got a beard.
I've got a bit of one. Maybe minor.
I can't stop looking at it.
What do you think?
When you first walked in, what I don't know really.
When I first walked in, she went, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
But now...
But then she turned around and went, oh, actually, I do quite like it.
No, I quite like it now. It took me about 10 minutes to get used to it.
For the adjustment.
The adjustment's taken place. I think it looks a bit more neat.
Yeah.
You're not going to have bird's nest hair anymore in the morning.
Would it be impossible?
It will be quite impossible. There's not really much hair there. The sides of your hair above your head, above your ears, there's nothing there.
No, it's skin. Skin fade. I don't feel it.
Oh. Why did you decide to do that then?
It was a very, what's the word? It was a very irrational decision. I sort of just sat down and I usually just say skin fade, trim on the top. And for some reason, something came into my head and I was like, oh yeah, skin fade and just a number 2 on the top, please. And he looked at me, he was in shock because he always cuts my hair. He went, 2's really short. I went, oh, I'll do a 3 then. And he went, 3 is still very short. I went, all right, what do you think? He went, a 4. So he did a 4 and then I was like, oh yeah, that'll do.
Thank God he did a 4. Imagine if he did a 2, there'd be nothing there.
Be a little peanut.
Little peanut. Actually, to be fair, you do look a bit like a peanut.
What?
No, you look a bit like... I don't know. I do quite like it now. I think you look a bit more thug-like, though.
You said this before.
You look a bit more like a do you know what I mean? Like a bit of a hard boy.
Hard.
If that's a thing. It's like a bit, you know,
Bit
if
rough
I
around the edges.
saw you on a street corner, I'd be scared.
Bit rough around the edges.
Yeah. But if you had your bird's nest old hair, I wouldn't be scared.
What do you think with my bird's nest hair?
Your bird's nest hair, I wasn't really a fan of. It did need a cut. But
Yeah.
maybe not as extreme as the cut you've gone for. But actually, I think I fancy you more like that.
Why?
Because it looks
More than the bird's nest.
definitely more than the bird's nest.
What about my normal cut?
Your normal cut? I think I prefer this one.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm a bit worried about, like, you've not got much protection on there. Like, for your helmet, it might rub a bit more.
What do you mean it'll rub more?
When you're cycling.
That won't make a difference.
Oh, you're not going to have hair coming out the top of your helmet anymore.
Well, only for now.
I used to like that.
When it grows back, it will.
To be fair, you know, for before around the world, maybe you should just get the shortest one all the way over it.
That's what I'm going to do.
What, and then let it grow?
Yeah.
So
and then we can do a progress
when
update.
we start round the world, you'll have no hair, and then when we finish, it'll be dreadlocking out the back of your helmet.
Yeah, we can do a progress update and see how we're looking.
A what?
A progress update. Progress.
There is an update on your eyebrow.
My eyebrow's
You've got
actually
a
longer
really
than my
long eyebrow. Your eyebrow is actually, yeah, it is. Your eyebrow's longer than your hair.
Some of you might be lucky enough to see my hairdo on Instagram at some point, or I might hide it very well.
You'll see it on the next YouTube. Oh no, it'll probably have grown a bit more by the next YouTube video. Because the next video...
It does usually go quite quick, doesn't it?
The next YouTube video is our 200k when you still had your bird's nest hair.
Mm.
The one after that. It will grow quick. Your hair grows really quick.
It does, doesn't it, really? I was thinking that.
Anyway, for anyone that doesn't know, on the 1st of May, me and Kyle are going to be setting off to try and break the world record for the fastest couple to cycle around the world. The current record is 205 days, but we're going to attempt to try and do it in 150 days. Although we've said we will be happy with anything under 180.
Yeah.
But 150 is our ultimate goal. So we've been training a lot. This weekend we did a hard club ride.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Well,
it was kind of intentional, but not.
It was
wasn't the original
advertised
plan.
as kind of like a drop club ride, but we woke up that morning and we were meant to be doing a 200k, but Kyle had a bad cold. Well, not bad, but you had a cold and you weren't feeling too well. So he said, oh, why don't we go and do this Smash Fest ride instead, because it's shorter.
In my defence, I didn't really read it properly.
No, but it wasn't a good idea. But you were Smash Festing away from me, because I got dropped.
I mean, I was surprised I kept up with the fast boys, but it wasn't a good idea in hindsight, really.
No, because then the next day we did 200k, and you weren't feeling too good about that, were you?
No, I was in a world of pain. It was a bit of a struggle getting round that.
Yeah, it
But
was. It was a struggle for both of us because I had to try and motivate you. But then at the same time, I was thinking you should just be in bed.
no, in fairness, I kept ticking away.
Yeah,
but
you
I was
did.
just more in my head, like talking to myself.
I could tell you weren't very happy.
I wanted to do the 200k and be proud of myself,
Yeah.
but it was hard going. So in my head, I was like motivating myself, but it wasn't the best idea. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, next time just stay in bed. Although when we go around the world, I was thinking like if we are going to get ill at some point. We're not going to do. We're very lucky to go 5 months without
No.
getting ill.
I mean, it was a good. I wouldn't recommend it, but it was certainly a good test of what you can do if you're a little bit under the weather. I wouldn't recommend it because it's not actually good for you in the long term.
And you've probably delayed your recovery because you're still a bit.
Well, no,
unwell.
I still actually feel loads better today.
Do you?
Feel a bit tired still,
But yesterday you weren't. The day after you were a bit worse, weren't you?
I was horrible yesterday.
Yeah. So
But
definitely rest when you need to rest.
it proves it. Push comes to shove, you can plod
can.
away and get it done.
Yeah. So on round the world, we'll have to just suck it up and get on with it.
Well, there is a chance of potentially taking a day off here and there.
Yeah, we can definitely take a day off if we need it. I've scheduled in. Well, obviously I've been doing all the planning and I've got all the routes sorted now, and we will have the route out on a live tracking link, hopefully in March. So from March onwards, you'll be able to see our exact route. And obviously we don't start until the 1st of May. I've planned it so we have 10 optional rest days, as well as the rest day before and after a flight. But we're just going to decide then when we want them on the route, because it'll be like a nice mental healthy sort of thing to know that we've got those in the bank.
Yeah.
And if we see somewhere nice or we think, right, we're tired, we can take the rest day.
Yeah.
And if we don't need it, we won't have it, but I think we definitely will. Because while we were doing the 200k on Sunday, I was thinking for around the world, we're going to have to average 220k a day to do this record. Yeah. And that's like every day for 150 days. And well, obviously there's flight days, but I started to doubt myself. I've been doubting myself a lot recently, actually.
I'm not doubting you. I've got full faith. But there's no hiding the fact it's going to be difficult. No. We didn't set out to do a challenge for it to be easy, because no one does.
No.
At the end of the day, it's a world record for a reason, and we're trying to break that. So the whole thing of that is it's not going to be easy, and we know that.
Yeah.
And when you do rise like that, it does give you a bit of a sharp realisation sometimes.
Yeah, of how hard it's going to be. But I think the thing for me as well is like, it was the day before, but on the 200k, I didn't really struggle, to be fair.
No, you didn't struggle.
It was
really
okay.
strong.
But I think sometimes in my head I'm thinking, oh my jeez, we're going to have bike bags on, we're going to have like multiple days, there's going to be weather conditions, planning, like finding where to stay every night, cooking every night, all the extra things. And like sometimes I start thinking, oh, can I do it? But I know I can, because I know how determined I am. But obviously there's always that doubt. But I think it's kind of good to have that little like realism about it. Like it's not going to be, oh yeah, we're going to ride around the world, it's going to be amazing. Like it is going to be amazing, we're going to see so much stuff, but it's also going to be really, really hard. Yeah. Like our bums are going to hurt, our wrists are going to hurt, probably going to get like ulcers in our mouths because of all the different, like the food we're going to have to eat so much. And I find it hard to eat a lot, although I'm much better at it now. There's definitely going to be hard stuff, but I know that when we do go around the world, you're in a completely different mindset to when you're just going out on a normal day ride. Like when you're in a mindset for a 1 day ride, you're thinking of the end of the day when it gets hard, like you're going to go to bed, tomorrow you can chill. Whereas when you're on like a multi-day bikepacking trip, like we've done quite a few now, you're in a completely different mindset, because you're not thinking of, oh, after today it's done. You know you've got loads more to do, so you kind of like, you don't see the 200k day as a 1 day thing as long.
It's actually,
you kind of, it's like,
it
yeah,
a bit easier,
yeah, it makes the 200k
weirdly
feel, yeah, I know what you mean, because it's like, because you know you've got like a whole week ahead of you, the first like say you've got a 300k day, but you've still got like loads of days left, the 300k day doesn't really seem that hard. Because,
also, I find when we've done those things before as well, you start clinching onto, I don't know, say you've got a 280k day 1 day,
yeah,
but then the next day you know you've got a 220k, which is only 60k difference.
Yeah.
But then you start clinging on to those little things where you sort of like, well, tomorrow's only, we've got this much less tomorrow.
Yeah, you start thinking
and
about that.
And if we'd be done by now if we were doing that tomorrow. And it's sort of little things like that you start taking away.
Yeah, there's all the little mind games you play with yourself as well. Like, oh, this time tomorrow we'll be done because we've got less miles. And it just kind of helps you get through.
And you have to remember, like, all these days are not a race. And they're just, like, nice and steady.
Yeah.
And being able to maintain that But yeah, the mindset is interesting.
Yeah, and I suppose like we haven't really spoke about why we're doing on the podcast, why we are cycling around the world, why we want to do it, and what we're doing it for, and also when we decided to do it. So, do you want to explain when we decided?
I think I'm right in saying we decided to do it when we was riding back from Italy.
Yes.
And
That was in 2020.
2024. And during that time, we was raising money for a mental health charity. We decided to ride the 2,000k in 8 days as a really tough challenge at the time. Still would be.
Yeah, we rode from Pinarello, Italy to Pinarello, London, and then
so
back to
Treviso
Derby.
to Derby, basically.
Yeah, we did 250k a day for 8 days.
That was the average, yeah. And we also added in outdoors.
Yeah, we went up and down Alpe d'Huez just for the point of it, fully loaded bags.
And we didn't need to do that.
We should have left the bags at the bottom of the climb, but, we just thought, let's go for it.
But anyway, so we started off doing that. We started with a big day, actually. It was like 223 miles, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was.
I remember doing that first day thinking, flipping it, this is going to be hard. Don't think get through this.
It was hard.
But come the 4th, 5th day, knowing you only had 3 days left or whatever, I remember riding along in France and Amy would be like, I'm feeling really good now. And I was like, yeah, weirdly, so am I. Like, I actually feel really good. Like, I could just keep going.
Yeah, and I can remember that one day where it was like that flat day and we were like, sometimes like the time's not going down on the ride, like you're struggling. But we started having like a really good conversation about clothes we were going to buy when we got home, remember?
Yeah.
Because we both needed new clothes. We were like, yeah, we could go to Zara and get you like some nice chinos and stuff because we were going to Ibiza, weren't we, with LeBlanc? Remember? We were like, want to get some nice outfits.
Yeah, we were actually. It was like 2 weeks before.
Yeah, we were just like talking for ages, and then we looked at the time, and then we were like, oh, we're nearly done today. Like, we've just been talking for hours about random stuff.
The same day, I think I got stung by a wasp.
You did get stung by a wasp,
tongue.
And you thought you were going to die, and you kept stopping it. Because Kyle's a bit of a
drama queen.
No,
Sometimes.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say
normally what you say.
Bit of a hypochondriac.
I've always had.
Is that it? Is that the right word? Hypochondriac.
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 I think to give this a bit of context, I've had some health issues in the past.
Yeah.
Which are all good, by the way, now. But since that, from a young age, I've always had this bit of anxiety about health.
Yeah.
So, like...
You've got better with it, though.
Oh, I'm loads better. Like, you think now I barely worry about anything. But...
You barely worry about anything, just walk into the hairdresser and get your hair as a buzz cut. Without thinking about it.
Now I'm a bit too free willy. So I had this anxiety, and whenever something with my health was slightly off, I'd always worry a little bit.
And I think, like, when my granddad died as well.
I think that
kind of triggered it a bit.
Yeah, so like...
Because my granddad passed away just before we got married.
Yeah.
And that in 2019, and it was kind of a bit of a shock. Not a massive shock.
It all happened very quickly.
It all happened very quickly. Like, he went from being unwell, perfectly fine, to then got unwell, and then like within a week he wasn't here anymore.
It was literally like a week and a half, wasn't it?
And it was obviously the big C word, the cancer. Yeah. And I think since then, like after that, you went through quite a big phase of like always checking your skin for like cancer and stuff, weren't you?
It was really bad actually. I was getting like stomach aches, and I was thinking, oh, I'm getting something. Like I'm not well. Need to go to doctors.
But you're much better now.
Well, yeah, I got stung by this wasp. And I thought, I've never been stung by a wasp before. What happens if I'm really allergic to it?
Honestly, I've never seen someone be so dramatic about being stung by a wasp.
I have been stung by one.
But to be fair, you were stung on your lips. It was a horrible place to get stung.
And it did swell up.
Yeah, and it did swell up, but it normally does swell up. But literally, he was like, I'm going to die. He was like,
I can't breathe properly.
He was like, I can't breathe properly. I was like, yes, you can breathe properly, because if you couldn't, you wouldn't be able to talk to me right now how you are. And he was like, what happens if I'm allergic to wasps? I was like, you're not allergic.
We don't know the emergency number.
I said, if you were allergic to wasps, Kyle, you would be collapsed by now because you got stung about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, he kept stopping at the side of the road and being like opening his mouth and said, Amy, can you just check my throat's not closing up? I was like, it's not closing up. But it was like, it wasn't funny at the time because you were worried and I was getting like, come on, let's just keep going.
Anyway.
Stopping. But that has given us a lesson to make sure that we have written down all of the emergency numbers for every single country we're going through.
I think we've slightly divulged it. Is that divulged?
Divulged. But it was the wasp. So you got stung by a wasp and then maybe the wasp poison went into your blood and that's why you were like, yes, let's cycle around the world.
Well, I didn't actually say yes straight away.
Yeah, because shortly after the wasp sting was when we started.
We was having such a good day. Prior to all this anyway, we was having such a good day. I got stung by the wasp. That briefly stopped my positive mindset. Well, I was still positive, but I was worried. Then after that, I was laughing about it and I was fine.
Yeah.
And then we was joking.
Well, actually, the way that you got through it was like you said to me, oh, how long... You Googled how long after a wasp sting would you die if you were allergic? And I think it said something like 45. What was it? I don't know. It was like it gave you a
something,
time.
yeah.
So he was like, what time did I get stung? So I just made up a time that was before that time, basically.
And then I looked and I was like, oh, way past it.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I was positive again, and we was talking, and he was like, I've really enjoyed this. I want it to keep going. I know we've still got a couple of days left, whatnot.
Yeah, I didn't want it to
And
end.
Amy was like, well, we could do something longer. What do you think was the longest thing we could do where we could keep doing this?
I was like, oh, we could cycle across Europe. We could cycle across America.
Yeah, well, there was loads of ideas floating about.
And then I just went,
I wonder what the fastest time for a couple across the world is.
yeah.
And I went, no, we're not doing that. And then we got speaking about it, and then eventually I was like...
Because I was like, look at how
yeah.
good it would be. I was like, right, Kyle, I was thinking, you're telling me you don't want to, like, go around the world, and you could, instead of building, you could cycle around the world with me.
I think that's what sold me.
I was like, oh, yeah, obviously we're going to have to get sponsorship. It's going to be hard to get that money. But, you know, I think if we can get the money, if we can get the sponsors, we could raise so much money for charity. Like, I think for this trip, we raised 11 grand for the charity, which we were so over the moon with, remember?
Which at the time was insane, like, we couldn't believe it.
And we were like, we could raise, like, double the amount of money for charity. Come on, I know we can do it. So we were, like, in this little bubble of, yes, we're going to do it. And then we got home, didn't we? Like, a week later. We didn't really speak about it then. Because you get home from a big trip like that and you're unpacking and you're doing all
We had a lot
bits,
of stuff to do as well.
getting back to normal life. And then, like, a week later, I looked at Kyle, I was like, so, you know when we were talking about cycling around the world, when we were in that little bubble on the way back from Italy, I was like, are we going to do that? Or was that just an idea that never comes to fruition? And you were like, no, I think we should do it. And then from then, we've just been planning. Because we knew that next year, so we knew that 2025, I was already doing my Tour de France challenge.
Yeah.
So we knew that wasn't possible. And I was like, well, I really want to do that challenge because that's something that I've been working towards and I've wanted to do. So we were like, right, it's going to have to be 2026. But like, we can't do 2027 because that's Paris year, and we will be there for that. If you don't know what that is, it's a big Audax. It only happens every 4 years.
If you don't know, get to know.
If you don't know, look it up. So we're like, it's going to have to be 2026. And then it is now 2026 and we're going in 3 months' time.
Yeah, that's come around fast.
It has. I think that's the thing that's like scary.
But I think because last year was such a focus on the Tour de France, you don't put it to the back of your mind, but you do.
Yeah, I did.
So it's always in the planning.
I was like,
but...
I can't think about it until after Tour de France.
Yeah. So when you was doing the Tour de France, actually, weirdly, I don't think I said, but it actually made me excited because I think I was missing the cycling so much and seeing you ride every day. Because you were basically doing what we would do around the world every day anyway.
Yeah, but without all the bike bags on. That's
Yeah,
the issue.
but you were also doing a lot more mountains.
A lot more climbing, yeah.
Which was, it's not comparable, but what I'm saying is you were doing that distance every day, what we're going to be doing for a month. And you were looking good every day, and it just made me...
Was I?
Well, you had your moments, but that's going to happen. But you managed to keep doing
Yeah.
that, and you managed to keep going if you had to.
But that's what I mean. You get in a mindset of you've no choice. Like there were some days on Tour de France that you saw me. To be fair, most of the days I was really enjoying it. And if someone said, "Would you do it again?" Yes, 100% I would. Yeah. I loved it. Like my happiest time is on my bike, or when I'm pushing myself, or it's when I feel the most me and the most like I don't know. I guess it just takes you away from. For me, it takes me away from the little stresses of everyday life and my own mind in a way. Like my mind is very busy and I get very, I don't know, I can easily get wound up about things or get in my own little world. But when I'm out on my bike, I'm like, my mind is a little bit quieter and I've got a focus. Like that's my only focus and I love that about it. So I think around the world, yes, it's going to be hard, but it will be amazing. And we will be in a mindset of, no matter how bad we feel in the morning. On Tour de France, there were some days where I was crying in the morning. Not every day, but like a handful of days. You get up and you think, I can't do this today. But you've got no choice. And I think that's what we'll be like on Round the World. We will just keep going. And especially for me, like it was the charity element as well. I was like, I want to get as much money as possible for the charity. I don't want to let people down. You have the internal motivation of you want to get the record and you want to do it for yourself, but you also we'll have the external motivation of we know there's people following us. We know there's this charity that we're going to try and raise loads of money for to help people. You need both the internal and the external. And I think when you do a big challenge like this, if you're not doing it for the right reason, you're not going to finish. And that's the thing, like, no one's telling us to do this challenge. No one's forcing us to. We're not making money out of it. We are doing it because we want to. For my reasons, I don't know what yours are, Kyle, but for my personal reasons is I want to, well, first of all, obviously raise awareness of the mental health and raise as much money and help many people as possible. But B, there was a time when I didn't want to be in the world, but now I'm cycling around the blooming world. So that is my, like, no matter how hard a day is on the bike on around the world, like, I'm in this world and I want to be in it. So I will not give up, and like I won't give up for like all the other people that feel like I did a few years ago that don't want to be in the world. I want to show the world is amazing when you let it be, and when you're better and when you're well. So that's my personal reasons, and also because it'll be quite damn cool to say we've got a world record.
Yeah, for me, it's like doing it together is going to be really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is for me simply one, proving to myself that I'm capable of doing something massive. Like I can ride my bike and do something that's an achievement for me. Everyone's version of an achievement is different. Everyone sets themselves different goals. This is something that I feel like is something I can get behind. So for me, that's a sense of that personal achievement and doing it together, which is going to be the main thing for me. And obviously riding with you when you struggled and how this all came about, that's basically my reason. It is quite a simple reason. I'm looking forward to just... I said it to someone asked me the other day saying, are you getting nervous for it now? And I'm not really getting nervous for it, because I think it gets to a certain point where you sort of just like,
Ready.
I want to get started.
Yeah.
Because then, I know there's not been loads of noise, but we've spoke about it a lot. We've spoke with brands about it. We've spoke with people about it.
Yeah, I feel like
They've
we've
asked
been
about
talking
the road.
about it all the time. Yeah.
And then it gets to a point when you just set off and it almost like everyone just forgets. And it's just me and you. And it was the same when we did these charity rides from Italy and whatnot. People talk about it. People are asking you about it. And then when you actually start, it almost feels like that noise goes away.
Yeah, because I think
it's quiet.
Yeah, because I think people are still like watching you and knowing what you're doing, but we're not aware of it as much because we're just focused on the ride. Like, we're not checking messages
Because we haven't got the time.
Yeah, our focus is on the ride. So yeah, it's kind of like the world, like, it quietens, and it just does too.
What I will
that.
appreciate is people donating, people
the
following
charity,
along.
yeah.
Because
We will
you
look
do
at
find
messages
that
in the
is
evening.
a massive boost, especially when you look at milestones. And we're not saying we're expecting everyone to give loads of money, just what you can.
Even if you can't give money, just
Support
watching us
in
along,
general.
and also just like, you know, having the willingness to be open to talking about mental health and like checking in on your friends. That's the most important message I want to give, is like, you don't need to know anything about mental health. You don't need to understand it, but you just need to be there for the people around you. Like, one message can make the world a difference. Like, when I was struggling, a lot of people didn't know, but if someone texts me just saying, hi, are you okay, like, do you want to meet up, or, you know, it makes you feel like you're wanted, and that's nice. And we won't be putting YouTubes on, like, of the actual trip until when we get home, because we're just not going to have the time to. I'm not taking a laptop with me, and also I like editing my videos, and I want to get home and be able to look back through it all and, you know, relive it. So we're going to put them all out when we get home, so it'll be after September, because we're leaving in May, hopefully home September, worst case October. But we have been documenting all of our training, the training rides, the turbo sessions, everything like that, into monthly training vlogs since last, I think, September I started it, or October. So there'll be 2 videos a month going out while we're away, showing our training and all of that. So there'll be something going out, so you'll still be able to see our little faces on the YouTube. And obviously on Instagram, we'll be doing live updates all the time, so you can follow us along on there. But yeah, it's not about... We're not bothered like how many people follow us. Like, I try not to look at that, but I do it for the one person.
You don't
that's
have to
going
follow
inspire.
me to look. Just
look.
Yeah, just liking it. Like,
Just if anyone wants to see it.
Yeah, a bit of a positive boost, and hope people enjoy it. And yeah, we're doing it for us, nothing else really, and to raise money, obviously, for mental health, and also to break the world record. Don't forget that part of it. Any support, any sort of support is appreciated, but you don't have to follow, you don't have to watch.
So yeah, so that's why we're doing it anyway, because we just had a random idea on a bikepacking trip, looked up the record and thought, that's doable, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So here we are. We've got literally 3 months to go, and the next thing that we're doing training wise is now just every weekend long rides, apart from this weekend because we're going to Centre Parks with my family. So that'd be nice.
It's a bit of relaxation this weekend because we have done a lot over the last few weeks.
Well, it won't be that relaxing because we will be dive bombing down the rapids.
Yeah, well, that is.
It's a family tradition.
It's not relaxing. You sometimes come out more tired than what you went there with.
We always come out from Centre Parks way more tired and with bruises all over us. Because my family, actually, it's not my family, it's more like me, my sisters, we've got some family friends that come. We've been going to Centre Parks. We do it every single year since I was a baby. It's always after Christmas because it's something to look forward to. And we just have this thing going down the rapids where we just go down there like absolute animals.
Yeah.
Like barging people out the way, just like, not random people, like each other. Kind of like, not wrestling, but, you know, kind of like, I don't know if we're racing or what, but we just go down there like maniacs, basically. Kyle, what was it like on your first time down the rapids with us? I think we'd only been together like half a year, hadn't we? You came to Centre Parks with us.
We got together in the November. And Centre Parks was in the January, so I'd only been with you like 2 months.
Yeah,
and we went to Centre Parks, and there I was, absolutely launching myself down the slides at Centre Parks and getting dragged underwater by your sisters that were much younger at the time. And I was just this big barreling down the rapids because I was probably a bit bigger back then.
Yeah, you've lost quite a lot of weight since then.
And
you can't swim, so that must have been scary.
No, don't bring that up.
You can't.
I can swim enough. When you say people always get the wrong impression here.
Yeah, but when you say swim, so
I can get about.
I'm a swimming teacher, but I don't actually teach at the minute. Well, maybe in the future I'll go back to it, but not at the moment. But you showed me a length of your best front crawl, and I thought, if that's your best, we've got about 10 years of work to do here.
Yeah, but I do get about.
You do get about, but you look like you're drowning.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's all under control.
If you got pushed off a boat in the sea, I wouldn't give you long until you're gone.
Oh, that's positive.
That's my honest assessment.
Well, I'm a natural born survivor. We've digressed again.
We've digressed, but let's move on to my favourite part of the podcast, the Moan Minute. This is basically every week we pick something that's annoyed us in the week or just that's on our mind, and we can moan about it for a minute because us British love a moan, a stereotype, and
that could be my moan.
It gets it out of you. I think it's good to get it out of you.
That's actually led nicely onto my moan minute.
Do you want to go first then? I'll get the
timer.
Yeah,
while it's raw in my mind.
Oh, geez, you got one you're angry about. Right, you ready then?
I've been thinking about it a lot since.
Have you?
Actually, every time I go on a ride, pretty much.
Oh, I'm intrigued to know. Okay. Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
My moan minute is Brits. Us English people are the most grumpy. Oh, I'm on to speak, I know. But we're the grumpiest, miserable nation I've ever come across. I was thinking when we were in Spain, all the cars, they're not getting angry at you. They're just getting by you. They're not wasting too much time. They're not that bothered. You come back to England, you're riding along on your bike, 2 abreast, as the highway code states, or sometimes, even to be polite, you just tuck in nicely behind to give them plenty of room. Cars still insist on coming as close as they possibly can for no absolute reason, or they've got the whole road to overtake you and they'll still sound the horn at you as loud as they possibly can because you're just riding a bike. Because it's become a popular thing for everyone just to hate cyclists because that's what we do. And it just seems like we're such an immature nation. That's what I've been thinking about a lot recently.
Exactly 1 minute. I actually agree with you. I was thinking about this the other day. You know, like on Facebook, when there's like on the news or something, there's been some incident where a cyclist has got hit.
Yeah.
If you go into the comment section of that, it's awful. It's like so much hatred towards cyclists.
To give you what I think this is what started it all for me. Is we came back from Spain and I saw this post and it was from a truck driver that works on the highways, I think, and basically a cyclist had caught him on camera overtaking too fast and too close. And he couldn't see the problem with it because he didn't hit him. And anyway, he ended up getting fined and 6 points on his licence or something, and he was really outraged by it. But all the evidence was there. They got caught on camera and whatnot.
Because when something goes past you so close, it is so scary and it can knock you off as well.
It must have been down to speed or dangerous driving or whatever is the reason he got the 6 points. Whether there's a cyclist involved or not, if you're doing dangerous driving, you deserve to get points or whatever. So, yeah, that started. And then I looked in the comment section and the same person that got the points and the fine, someone commented saying, yes, but this person, the cyclist, is a person and all this. And he was like, well, if it wasn't against the law to hit cyclists, then I would.
I know, it's just
ridiculous. And it was like, how can you actually say that? Because
it's a person's life.
Most of these cyclists also drive cars. We're all quite pretty much equal. Do you know what I mean? It's not like most of us cyclists don't drive cars, we just ride bikes. You don't find that level of anger when you go, well, I haven't so far when I go abroad.
No, they just
It's almost like
they seem a lot
stigma.
more. Yeah, they seem a lot more friendly to cyclists in other countries. I just feel like it's just like this thing in the UK.
It's a trend almost.
Yeah, like it's a trend to hate cyclists. Until you start cycling, you don't realise. Like,
and you said it the other day, it's almost like ingrained in you
yeah,
from
it's like,
younger.
Yeah, it's like ingrained in you. Like even when I had my driving lessons when I was 17 or whatever age you are, 17 and
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah. I don't know, I had a bit of a mind blank then. And I always remember my driving instructor, like, whenever there was a cyclist on the road, he used to be like, oh, God, blooming cyclists getting in the road, they shouldn't be allowed. So even, like, from the start of learning to drive, if that's the attitude you're, like, getting taught with, it's just always, I don't know, it's just really bad.
One last little point before you get into your moment. Also, as a side moan, drivers always get annoyed at cyclists and saying, oh, they're too far out in the road and all this, or they're 2x2. Well, if you've ever tried to ride a bike on English roads, you'll understand why we're probably most of the time out in the road. All the roads, I don't think, since I've been home, I don't think I've ridden on a good road yet.
I know, there's so many potholes.
They're just dreadful. The roads are dreadful. So...
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it?
But we have to deal with it.
We have to deal with it. There definitely needs to be some investment into the British roads. There's a lot of potholes and it's not good.
And other countries seem to find a better way of...
Yeah, like the Spanish roads. Their roads are like...
I know we're more populated.
They have basically tarmac.
Silk.
Not tarmac, I mean, they have tarmac.
Yeah, very good, well-laid tarmac.
They basically have a cyclist carpet of tarmac. It's like the heaven.
But it's even like when new tarmac gets laid in this country, it's just not the same standard.
No, it's not. But you know what I was thinking the other day, and this is really random. I was riding along and like all the cars were passing me really close and I was getting really annoyed about it. I had a near miss of a car that nearly hit me and they did say sorry. But I was riding along, I was thinking, hold up, wait a minute. First of all, when there's a horse on the road, yeah, you don't see a car going fast past them, do you? Every time there's a horse on the road, even we slow down, and you're meant to, and that's a good thing. But the cars, they slow, they go round really slowly. It's like, all this, like, you know, they've got really good respect.
Fine with horses.
They're fine with horses, they're not fine with us. And then the other thing is, I was thinking was, hold up, wait a minute. The bicycle, my friend, was invented before the car. We were here first. We are being environmentally friendly. And, you know, before cars, everyone would cycle round. So please respect me. That's what I was thinking.
He don't actually take long out of your day.
No, it
But
doesn't. Anyway.
Moving on to your moment.
My moment now. Do you want to start me? Let me just think of one, because I feel like I've got quite a lot of anger out with that. Let me just think.
3, 2, 1.
My moan minute is one I might have done before, but it is the bins. I just do not like the bin juice in the bottom of the bin, okay? I wish it didn't exist. Because you put a bin bag in the bin, which is fine. You take the bin bag out, and there's juices at the bottom, and they go into the bottom of the bin, and then I have to, with my long arms, reach into the bottom, spray it, and wipe it out. Now, the reason for this, Kyle...
Is this the internal bins you're talking about?
This is the internal bins in the house, not the black bin outside. I'm not going near that with a barge pole. Because
that stays clean, actually.
That is... Anyway. And then there's the recycling bins inside the house that also get juice in the bottom, because somebody, not me, puts in packets in there that have got juice in the bottom of them, and then I have to clean it out again. So my main minute would be, please can everyone that lives in this house not put in the bin, the recycling one, juicy things, and the main bin, please take it out when it's full. Because this morning I went into it, and I'm not joking, coffee packets crisp packets just squished on the top, and the bin wasn't even shut.
You've gone over a minute.
But you've squished it down.
You can't. No,
I'm just saying you've squished it down because you don't want to take it out.
You've done that before.
I have done it before.
We've all done it.
We've all done it, okay? We all get to the bin. We think that needs taking out.
My excuse is I've not been very well.
We think that needs taking out, but I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to squish it down.
To be fair, I usually do take it out a lot, in fairness.
And then what happens is, eventually I do take it out, but the bag is so full that when I'm lifting it out the bin, it's like all getting stuck to the side. There's ripping in the sides of it.
Wedged.
And it's so heavy, and then it's just like, it's going to all come out the bottom. And basically... if we just took the bin out more, it wouldn't be an issue.
To be fair, I do bin duties a lot. And I always put the bins out for the bin man.
You do put the bins out. I'm very grateful for.
Only because it's usually when I'm going out to work.
But yeah, bins,
I liked the bit how you went, the
nice.
people that live in this house.
Basically,
So,
yeah.
Chester, she's aimed at you, mate.
Chesty Bow.
He's actually looking at me currently.
He's looking at us, he's lying on the floor and he's looking
thinking,
at us.
I've not done it.
Yeah, well, I was trying to be polite, but basically you, Kyle.
Yeah.
And also, we've got a dishwasher now, which is great. But
it is great.
It's really great. But what I would say
Really
is
great.
don't turn it on when there's only 4, I think there was 5 items in there. And the dishwasher popped open because Kyle, you put it on, didn't you? So I was like, oh, the dishwasher's ready, I'll unpack it. And I opened it and I thought, is this some kind of sick joke? Because I opened the dishwasher, there was 1 plate, 2 bowls and 3 mugs in there.
Also, a bit of backstory to
That
this.
is a waste.
It's all new to me. It's all new to me, and I'm getting in a routine with it, and I've not worked out my system yet. And basically, when we first got the dishwasher, I was filling it up like we said we would.
We don't turn it on to its maximum flow.
Yeah, but I was getting to the point where I was like filling it right up before I turn it on, and then it'd be a couple of days before I turn it on.
Yeah, it's
and then
fine.
it'd get to a point where she's like, "Oh, you should have turned it on last night because we need some pots for tomorrow."
Yeah,
And
that's
then I
because
thought,
you left it
actually,
overnight full.
Yeah, I've probably left
without
it too.
turning it on.
So I've left it too long now.
Yeah, you've done the opposite
So then
way.
the opposite. So on the flip side of that is I put a few pots in it. It wasn't full. Well, I thought if I whack it on now, but definitely could have these pots for tomorrow.
So basically, he filled it up to the maximum one day and then didn't turn it on. So in the morning, we had no pots after 3 days worth of pots
'Cause I
piling up
forgot.
in there because he forgot. So then I said, oh, Kyle, you didn't put the dishwasher on. Like,
2
now
days of pots.
We've got no pots. He's like, oh, I'll have to put it on now. And then the next day, obviously did the opposite and literally washed 5 pots.
Then I'm just chilling in the lounge and all I can hear is, Kyle, why have you not filled the dishwasher? You can't have put it on just for them. I went, well, now we've got enough pots.
Anyway, we've got a system now of like, we fill it up to max and we put it on when it goes on. We are going to go in a minute because I'm actually going to get my eyebrows done, Kyle.
Yeah.
What would you do if I come
do
back?
what I'm doing.
Should I do what you've done and just come back with no eyebrows? And say,
I've not come back-
just take them
I've
off.
not come back with no hair.
Just go and go, right, just take them off.
Just having a rational form.
Anyway, we'll end with what we normally do, which is our mental health tip. So I used to be a mental health nurse. I'm not anymore. I was one for 3 years. That is how I started cycling because I actually, ironically, had a breakdown myself whilst working as a mental health nurse. So, but if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here now doing this. So I'm, silver light at the end of the tunnel. But I do still like to hopefully help people. And this isn't medical or, proper, what's it called? Like professional advice. This is just stuff that we do that helps us. So this week, my mental health tip is about just being kinder to yourself. Because I think it's so easy to go through the day like being hard on yourself. I've had a few training sessions recently where I haven't managed to hit the power and automatically my head's gone, oh, you're rubbish, you're never going to get around the world. Or like, you just make a little mistake and then you're just beating yourself up about it. But that's not going to change the situation. So I always try and say to myself, speak to yourself how you would speak to a friend. Not how you'd speak to your husband, because sometimes I'm a bit mean to you, Kyle. With your bird's nest hair.
I ain't got bird's nest hair now.
But what the message is just be kind to yourself. So like if you wouldn't say what you're saying to yourself to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. Because I think a lot of us, if we spoke to our friends the way we speak to ourselves, we wouldn't have many friends. So yeah, just be kinder to yourself. Kyle, would you like to add anything about mental health tip this week?
If you've got a dog, stroke it. Because that's always a good thing for me.
It is.
When I get home from work, I'm happy to see his happy little face.
Yeah, dogs are the best.
And he usually comes up to and licks my face as I'm taking my work boots off.
He does really help. Every time I come in the house, he runs to the door to see me.
He got very excited.
Come here.
He got very excited to see me when I got back early.
Come see Mummy. Come here. Oh, he's just stood there. He won't come. Come on. He's coming. Come here then. Oh, he's shaking. He won't be happy with me later because I'm taking him on a run. We're going on a run in a bit. Yeah, I'm running him with him to the cafe to meet my sister.
I'm hoping my van will be ready at some point.
Oh yeah, we've got to collect your van. Oh jeez, your van's
It's a busy day.
It's on an MOT.
I've not heard anything about
Is it
yet,
passed?
actually.
We don't know if it's passed.
I don't even know what's happening with it at the minute.
No.
I've not heard anything.
Oh, it might have failed.
Imagine.
Well, that'll be the next episode. Has Kyle's MOT passed or not?
It wouldn't have failed because the man who did it is very trustworthy.
Okay. Well, we'll update you on the next podcast. But anyway, we're going to go now because I'm going to be late for my eyebrows, and then I've got some editing to do and edit this and all that malarkey. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. You can listen on Spotify and on YouTube, and we really appreciate it. Basically.
Yeah.
Would you like to say anything else, Kyle, with your buzz cut? I'm going to call you Mr. Buzzy now.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.